rambled, and it's 10 o'clock, so I think we'll start. All right. Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Lovely to see you. I know you're there. Let's start by taking up a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. So maybe the legs are crossed, or maybe they're out in front. Your back is nice and straight and the shoulders are back. Bring the hands together into Yoga Mudra. So just interlacing the fingers, right fingers over left, resting them in the lap. And then we're just going to close the eyes or lower the gaze to the floor. And we're going to start to slow the breath down. The shoulders are back, so the back is nice and upright, so we can breathe deeply into the whole of the chest. Slowing the breath down now and breathing through the nostrils. Aiming, if we can, to breathe in for 6 and breathe out for 6. That's a little too long, that's okay. Just do as much as you can, keeping the breath nice and slow and deep and consistent. Feeling the breath at the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through the nostrils. Noticing the chest expanding as you breathe in and you fill the lungs. And then observing the chest falling as you breathe out and you fully empty the lungs. Really focusing on the breath. Focusing on trying to completely fill the lungs, stretching the lungs, and completely emptying the lungs when we breathe out. Nice, deep, conscious breathing. As you breathe in now, I want you to imagine energy moving up from the base of the spine, slowly moving up through the body, through the stomach and the chest, past the throat to the top of the head. And as you breathe out, slowly moving the energy down from the top of the head all the way back down to the base of the spine. We're just breathing in, moving the energy from the base of the spine up through the center to the top of the head. Breathing out, focusing on moving the energy from the top of the head all the way down through the body to the base of the spine. Just focusing on moving the energy as you breathe in and as you breathe out, keeping your mind focused on this. And then on the next inhalation, breathing in and holding now your focus just at the top of the head, but just keep breathing and just hold the focus at the top of the head. Breathing nice and gently and evenly. releasing the focus. Bringing the palms back together, keeping the eyes closed, so palms together at the chest. And then we'll just chant to start the class. Alright, opening the eyes. So I'm a little bit dark here, so I hope it's okay. My lighting's not very good and it's dark outside. Stretching the legs out now, let's just start by warming up. So just start by shaking the legs, taking the head from side to side, just loosening up. Back maybe feeling a little bit tight from lying down all night, not moving very much, so we'll just loosen things up. Taking the feet out to the sides of the mat, so toes to the outsides of the mat and then toes together, so just rotating the ankles. Take the feet forwards and backwards now, just stretching the ankles. Taking the knees back and out, opening up the hips, getting the legs moving, keeping the back nice and upright, using the hands. You're sitting nice and upright, so you're using your lower back muscles at the same time. Bringing the right knee to the chest now, sitting up straight, hugging the right knee. Let's just rotate that right ankle. Loosening it up, not minding any clicks and cracks. Taking it the other way. And then bouncing that leg up and down. Again, going gently if you want to, or if you want to be a bit more vigorous about it, that's fine. Let's switch legs. Left knee to chest, sitting up straight, rotating that left ankle. Maybe that one's a bit more crackly than the other. Taking it the other way. And then bouncing that leg up and down. Placing it down, picking up the right foot with the right hand, straightening the leg as best you can. You can hold under the calf if you need to. Swinging that right leg out. And careful of any ornaments or dogs might be in the vicinity. Following your foot with your gaze to start with, so you're moving your head. And then you're going to take the head and the foot quite deliberately in the opposite direction. Bringing that leg down, let's do the left. So left foot, left hand, straighten the leg, swinging out the left leg now to the side as wide as you can. Follow your foot with your gaze to start with. And then let's take the head and the foot in the opposite direction. And then bringing that leg down. A little bit of toe touching, so go gently. We're just going to bounce forwards and over the toes, reaching forward over the toes, bouncing gently, taking the hands behind the head now. Let's take the nose towards the knees. Bringing the hands behind the back, clasping the hands, head towards the knees, trying to bring the arms up a little if you can, don't worry if you can't too much. Depends on the tightness in the shoulders. And then coming back up. Let's give everything a little shake out again. Loosening up, give the shoulders a nice shrug as well. Lovely. Bending the right legs and bring the right foot on top of the left thigh or to the inside of the left thigh, if that's better for you. Right hand on right knee. Sitting up straight, bouncing that right knee up and down. So the leg isn't doing anything, it's the hand that's doing the pushing, the bouncing. Opening up the hip joint. Go gently if this is difficult for you. And then let's switch. So bringing the left foot on top of the right thigh or to the inside. Left hand on the left knee, sitting up straight. And bouncing that left knee up and down. Just noticing which side is easier. There's always one side that's easier. And balance in the body. Alright. Straighten the legs. Let's just do a gentle twist here. So just keeping the legs straight, crossing the right foot over the left ankle. Take the right hand behind the back. I've no doubt you did it right, even though I said it wrong. Just resting that left hand on the outside of the right knee, sitting up straight, or just turn and twist to the right. So breathe in, turning and twisting, looking over the right shoulder. Holding here, but keep breathing. Maybe twisting a little bit further round with each breath if you can. Keeping the back nice and upright. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back to face front, uncrossing. Let's do the other side. So crossing that left foot over the right ankle, left hand behind the back, right hand resting on the outside of the left knee. Sitting up straight, breathe in, turn and twist, look over the left shoulder. Holding here, keeping breathing nice and slowly. The breath helps us settle into the postures, helps us move a little bit further into the postures. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back to face front. Let's uncross the legs. We'll take a forward bend and hold it, so just make sure you're on your sitting bones nice and straight. Arms to the side. Breathe in, stretching up. Let's interlace the hands, breathe out, push up, stretching up. Imagine someone is grabbing hold of those hands and trying to pull you. Breathe in, place the palms forward now. Breathe out, just coming forwards over the legs. And you're just going to grab hold of your legs wherever you can. That could be the thighs or the knees or the shins or the ankles or the feet. It doesn't matter. We're just going to hold on here. Keep breathing. Maybe relaxing down a little bit into it. If you need to take the legs apart a little to ease the pressure on the back, you can. And just letting gravity take your head down. Just a little. Okay, let's breathe in now. Bring the arms up. Stretching up. Let's interlace the hands again so we can really push up and away. Breathe out, release. Take the arms slowly back down to the sides. And let's just shake out the legs, the head, the shoulders. Getting rid of the tension from that posture. Okay. Let's take the legs wide. So just taking the legs wide, making fists. Let's just start by warming up a little. So giving ourselves a little massage again, as gentle or as hard as you prefer. Getting into those sore bits, perhaps the base of the spine from sitting. Tops of the legs, backs of the legs, the bottom. Let's get the energy in the blood, the body. Wake ourselves up. Okay, I'm going to bring the feet together first of all this time. So bring the soles of the feet together, wrapping the hands around the soles of the feet, drawing the feet to the body. Sitting up straight, let's just bounce up and down, bouncing the knees. Remembering the breath, remembering to slow the breath. And being aware of the breath as we move the body. So just bouncing up and down, opening up the hips. Alright, let's keep the left foot into the groin. We're just going to take the right foot out to the side. Okay, a little bit of toe touching over that right foot now. Bouncing over the right toes. Go gently. And then coming up, keeping the left foot in and the right foot out. Just take the right hand down to the floor beside the right leg. And you're going to reach with the left hand and grab hold of the right leg. So that could be anywhere within your range of motion. So if you can take further down, you can take it the bigger stretch, but don't overdo it. If you can, you could take the left hand to the outside of the right foot to increase that stretch. And we're just going to hold here and either just looking forwards, or if you want to, you can take your head down and look through the gap under your left armpit, just to give a little further twist. But just stay where it's comfortable for you, where you're getting a stretch but you're not overdoing it. If you can do this, this is a lovely stretch. You can really feel it to the back and the leg. So just another couple of breaths here. So wherever you are is fine. And then let's release the leg and breathe in, slowly come up. And we're going to switch, so bring the right foot in, take the left leg out, so the right foot is into the groin. Just do a little bit of bouncing to start with over that left leg. And you may not get very far with the right leg in like this. It creates a different sort of challenge for the body. So just bouncing over that left leg, stretching out. And then coming up, so this time we're going to take the left hand down to the outside of the left leg. You're going to take the right hand now and grab hold of the left leg. You're going to hold here. So again, the right hand is wherever you can reach on that left leg. If you can take it to the outside of the left foot, that's great. Big stretch. And then either looking forward or just looking under the right armpit if you can. That's too much or too weird. Don't do it, you're adding a twist there. Just holding and breathing. Another couple of breaths. And then let's breathe in, slowly release that leg. Coming up, let's bring the feet, both feet back in again and just bounce the knees again a little bit more. Just easing out any tension. Keeping the breath nice and slow and relaxed. And let's just interlace the hands and we're just going to bounce forward a little with the feet where they are again, just stretching out any tension that we may have put in. And then coming back up. Alright, let's straighten the legs, have a quick shake out, shaking the head. Marvellous. Take the arms out straight now. Let's just tap the fingers into the palms. So one at a time. Oh, why it's so dark today? I'm going to have to start wearing luminous clothes. Or opening and closing my hands, or get a light. Stretching, clenching. Making fists, let's just rotate the wrists now. Getting some movement into those wrist joints, and then the other way. Rotating at the elbows now. And the other way. Hands onto the thighs, let's roll the shoulders, nice big circles. Getting all the tension out of the neck and the shoulders. Take them the other way. And then breathe them down. We're going to breathe in, bring them up to our ears, and then let them down with a big sigh. So hands on the thighs. So breathe in, up to the ears, let them down. And again, breathe in and down. Once more, breathe in and down. Just take the head from side to side. Take the head up and down, side to side, and then both directions up and down, left and right, zigzagging the nose, up and down, and then back to centre. Alright, so have a drink, let's come onto the knees. Okay. Coming onto the knees, just do a little bit of forwards and backwards crawling on the mat. Just moving the body, taking the pressure off the back, but moving the arms and the legs. And then we're going to come back to the centre of the mat. We'll do a few rounds of Hatha pranayama. So we're going to breathe into all of the lungs, and we're going to move the spine. We're going to do those things together, matching the breath with the movement, or the movement with the breath. Knees together under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Take the knees apart if you've got a bad back. Alright, so breathing in, lowering the abdomen, lifting the head and looking up. Breathing out. Rolling the spine, arch the back, chin to chest. Breathing in, lowering the abdomen, lifting the head. Breathe out, arch the back, chin to chest. And again, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. Lowering, lifting the head, breathing out from the spine, arching the back, chin to chest. Once more, breathing in, lowering, looking up, breathing out, arching the back, chin to chest. Coming back onto the heels. We'll do Danda Kriya, where we roll on top of our heads, then we come up and we take a nice gentle back bend to whatever our ability is. So sitting up nice and straight, sitting on the heels. Nice deep breath in, breathe in. Breathe out, coming forwards, taking the head to the mat. Breathe in, roll on top of the head if you can. If not, just breathe. Breathe out, roll back down. Lift the head, look up, breathe in, coming all the way back up. Breathing out. Breathe in, keep the back straight, rise up, take a little back bend. Breathe out, sitting back on the heels, keeping the back straight. And again, breathe in, breathe out, coming forwards, head to the mat. Breathe in, top of the head. Breathe out, rolling back down. Lift the head, breathe in, coming all the way back up. Breathing out, breathing in, rising up. Back bend, breathing out, sitting back down. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, coming forwards, head to the mat. Breathe in, top of the head, breathe out, coming back down. Lift the head, breathe in, coming all the way back up. Breathing out, breathing in, rising up, bending the back, breathing out, sitting back on the heels. Alright, so Mukha Bhastrika, blasting the air out of the lungs, getting rid of all the stale air. We've moved the air through the lungs and now we're just going to get rid of any stale air lodged in the top by blasting it out, by puckering our lips and going as we take our head to the mat. Really blast it out. So sitting up straight, deep breath in, coming forward and down, blasting. Head to the mat. Look up, breathe in, filling the lungs back up. Blasting out, coming forward. Last time, look up, breathe in, filling the lungs. Blasting out and down. Resting the head on the floor now for a moment. Taking the hands to the soles of the feet to make that energy connection. Letting the elbows flop down to the floor. Tucking the nose towards the knees if you can. Just resting in Dharmakasana for a moment. Breathing gently. Just relaxing. Looking up now, lifting the head, coming all the way back up. And coming forwards, bring the hands to the mat, tucking the toes under, coming to a little squat if we can. So either keeping the hands on the mat or hugging the knees. Giving yourself a hug. Coming into a tight little ball. And then we're going to take the hands towards the top of the mat. Straighten the legs, come up into Merurasana. So have the feet about hip width, so that's not very wide. People think their hips are massive and they're not. Hands are shoulder width, aiming for the legs to be straight, so you may have a bit of a bend, that's okay. Back straight, arms straight. If you need to, you can pedal the legs a little bit just to stretch those hamstrings. Coming into a nice V shape, Merurasana, mountain posture. Just holding here. A lot of people call it downward dog. In the tradition I've learned, it's called mountain posture, Merurasana, because it looks like a mountain. Let's walk the hands to the feet now, keeping the legs straight if you can, bouncing over the toes, just gently stretching the lower back. Let's take a bounce to the right side, bounce back to the middle, bounce to the left, back to the middle, and then bend the knees slightly and we're going to roll up to standing. Alright, so we're standing, so let's have a drink. shake out a bit. So just shaking that right leg. Give it a good shake. Shaking off any tension. Standing on the right, let's shake the left. Standing on the left, we're going to swing the right forwards and backwards. Hold on to something if you need to. Take the arms out. Give yourself a bit of balance. Standing on the right, let's swing the left. Standing on the left again, we're going to take the right leg across the body. Just concentrating here. Switching legs, standing on the right, let's swing the left. Coming back down. Just bringing the feet together. Let's just breathe in, come up onto the toes. Palms together and hold. Breathe out, slowly back down. Heels to the floor, arms to the side. And again, breathe in, stretching up, palms together overhead onto the toes. Breathing out and down. Once more, breathing in, palms together overhead onto the toes, stretch. Breathe out and back down. Shake the right hand now. Getting some good movement into the arms and the shoulders and the hand. Left hand. So taking it around in a nice big circle, starting to stir up the air around you. Both hands taking them up. Let's come down. Let's come up the right side. Come down the left side, and now we're going to take them all around the body, so really get some movement to those arms and shoulders and start to feel like we're starting to clean out the energy body, cleaning up, stirring up the air around us, stirring up anything negative, and we're going to breathe in and gather that up and throw it off. Breathe in, let it go, and again. Cleaning up the pranamaya kosha, the energy body, stirring it up, gathering up anything from the week that we need to get rid of. Breathe in, let it go. One more time. Remember to blast up and away, not at anybody. They don't need your stuff that you're throwing away. Last time, breathe in, let it go. Let the arms swing. Let's take the arms around the body. Let the arms hit the body. Heavy arms, giving the spine a bit of a twist as well. And then let's just come back to standing. Let's close the eyes for a moment with the palms out. Standing nice and upright, bringing the weight slightly to the balls of the feet, slowing the breath, feeling the energy in the fingertips, feeling the tension just flowing out of the body, letting the body relax. Alright, so opening the eyes. So let's take our feet just about mat width. Okay, that's obviously the short bit of the mat, not the long bit. And we're just going to warm up the back by moving forwards and backwards. So standing up nice and straight, have the palms on the thighs, shoulders back. So breathe in. Breathe out, coming forward, sliding the hands down to the knees, keeping the back straight and the head up. Breathe in, slowly coming back up. Breathe out, taking a little back bend. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, hands to the thighs, hands down to the knees, head up, back flat. Breathe in, coming up slowly. Breathe out, supporting the back with the hands, back bend. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, hands flat, sliding to the knees, head up, flat back. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, bending the back, supporting the back. Breathe in. Breathe out, sliding the hands down. This time let's just hold, keep the hands just either on the knees or below the knees. Keep breathing now. Have the back flat and the head up. So you're at a nice right angle. We're now in Kona Asana. Very gentle forward bend, stretching out the back and the backs of the legs. So keep holding, keep breathing. And then on an in-breath, let's very slowly slide back up. Just coming back up to standing. And again, let's just take the hands out, palms out, close the eyes, just rest the body. Just letting any tension from the back just fall away. Giving it a nice gentle workout. Alright, so opening the eyes. So let's do some postures. So we'll start with Virasana. So working lengthways on the mat, jumping or stepping the feet quite wide and the arms at shoulder level. So jump or step. First just checking that your feet are reasonably wide because we're going to be bending the leg to the side, so you need to get a good lunge in. I think often people either have them ridiculously wide or not as wide as they ought to, probably the latter. So just have them reasonably wide, check they're nice and parallel, the arms are straight and you're not tensing the shoulders. So turning on the right heel, so the right toes are in line with the right fingers. We're going to be bending the right knee. The only thing that's facing the right though are the toes, the hands and the head. The body is still side on. Okay, so breathe in. Breathing out, bending the right knee. So having a nice lunge, checking your right knee isn't forward of your right ankle. If it is, you need to either bring the right knee up or take the left leg out a bit. If you're forward of the right ankle with the right knee, you're going to damage your knee. Keeping the left arm up and back, focusing on the right middle finger. Holding and breathing, Virasana, warrior posture, nice and strong. Okay, from here we're going to take the right elbow down now to rest on the right knee. Take the left arm directly above the head. And if you can, looking up at the left hand, or if not, just looking forwards. So you're resting your weight, your right arm on your right knee. Your whole weight is resting on your right knee, which is why you need to have a nice, firm, right angle lunge with that right leg. Stretching through the left side now, breathing into the left lung. Looking down at the right foot, let's breathe in, bring the arms back up. Straighten the right leg, turn the foot and head back to centre. We'll go the other way. If you need to rest the arms a little, that's fine. So with the arms up, let's turn on the left heel now, left toes in line with the left fingers or vice versa. We'll bend the left knee, so breathe in. Breathe out, bending the left knee. Again, just checking your position, make sure your left knee isn't over the left ankle, keeping the right arm up, keeping the gaze on the left middle finger, holding and breathing here for a few moments. Going to take the left elbow down to the left knee, right arm directly above the head, looking up at the right hand if you can, holding, breathing, stretching the right side. Looking down the left foot, breathe in, bring the arms back up, straighten the leg, turn the foot and head back to centre, jumping or stepping back, and then let's close the eyes, take the palms out, just rest the body for a moment. Just letting the tension flood out. Just letting the tension from the shoulders just flow from the shoulders, down the arms, out through the fingertips. Alright, so we're going to do a different variation of Virasana. We'll come into a balance as well. Just need to check my position because I'm apt to kick something. Alright, so jumping or stepping again, the feet wide and the arms at shoulder level. Just checking that your feet are parallel again. Turning on the right heel, so the right toes are in line with those right fingers, and this time we're going to turn the arms so they're sideways, and you're going to just bring the left foot around a little, so your whole body is now this time facing the right side. Let's bring the palms to the chest this time, and we're going to breathe in, and we're going to take the arms up, and we're going to bend the right knee. So breathing in, taking the arms up, palms together overhead, bending the right knee so you're in a nice lunge. If you can, tipping the head back to look at the hands, if not looking forwards is fine. I'm just going to hold here for a moment. And then from here we're going to try and come forwards and take a little balance on the right leg. Okay, so just come up on that left, on those left toes, and then push up onto the right toes, onto the right foot, taking the arms either forward here, or you can take them behind your back, so you're coming into a nice T shape, and you're going to hold here. So the arms can be forward, palms together, or they can be back like this. And then we're going to come back into that position. And then we're going to take the arms wide, take them round, straighten the leg, turn the head and the foot back to centre. I hope that was all right. I had to shift a bit so I didn't smack my hands on the microwave. Alright, so give the arms a rest if you need to, or when you're ready bringing them back up. Let's go the other way and see how they do. I'm going to shift a little bit down. Turning on the left heel now. So you're facing the left fingers, turning the arms either side now. Just bringing that right foot around so the whole body is facing the left. Bring the palms together at the chest. Breathe in. Bending the left knee, keeping the arms or taking the arms overhead, palms together. Going to hold here for a moment, look up at the hands if you can. If not, stay looking forwards. So just holding here for a moment before we come up again onto the left leg this time. Alright, so looking forwards now, just come up onto those right toes, and then coming forward, I'm going to take my arms back, coming forward onto the left leg, coming into a T shape, either having the arms behind you, or taking them ahead of you, the palms together. Just going to balance here if we can for a moment. Don't worry if you come down, you need to go back up again. And then we're going to come back down, arms overhead, breathing out, taking the arms wide, turning them straightening the leg and jumping back to standing. Just close the eyes, take the palms out, let the body rest. Hope that was okay, hope you managed that all right. A little bit different. Good balance of strength in those legs. Just resting the body for a moment. So opening the eyes. So let's come down. We're just going to come down into a squat. So coming down, holding the knees, wrapping the hands around the knees if you can, coming into a squat, tucking the nose in, or taking the hands to the floor if that's easier for you so you don't fall over. And then coming onto the knees. Alright, so we're going to do a few things on the floor. We're going to start off on our fronts and we're going to hold some postures for a few moments. So coming onto the front now. So have the feet together and I want you to have the hands either side of the face so the elbows are into the chest. And we're going to be holding Bhujangasana. Now you can either come up onto the elbows and just look up, or you can straighten the arms, and we're just going to hold that for a few moments, giving ourselves a little back bend. So just starting off with the head on the mat, just relaxing, breathing in now, slowly coming up, so either onto the elbows, that's absolutely fine, we're getting a nice little back bend there, or if you want to increase it, you can straighten the arms. We're just going to hold here for a few moments, not too long. Giving the back a little bend, stretching the back. Keep breathing. And then very slowly coming down. Just bringing the head, bringing the cheek to the mat rather, so the head's on one side. Just rest here for a moment. Relaxing the back. Let's come on to the left side now. So lying on the left side, propping your head up with your left hand, like this, having the legs one on top of the other. And have the right hand, we're just going to have the right hand here for a moment just to stabilise us, then we're going to use our right hand to hold our right leg as best we can. So when you're nice and stable, bend that right leg and then reach down to either grab hold of the calf or the ankle or the foot. And then we're going to try and straighten that right leg and we're just going to hold it up. So if you're holding onto the calf, that's fine. We're feeling a nice stretch on the inside of that right leg. Might feel a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Just keep holding, keep breathing. And so you can hold on to the back of the thigh or the calf or the ankle. And on the foot there's a number of places you can hold it, either on the toes or you can come to the back of the heel. Wherever's comfortable for you. And then we're going to breathe out, bend the right leg, taking the arm on the inside, straightening the leg back down. So if you shuffle over onto your right side, we're going to do the same with the left leg. So resting your head on your hand, propping yourself up, checking your legs are stacked one on top of the other. And then we're going to bend the left leg, take the left hand down to the left foot or leg, wherever you can, and then just trying to straighten the left leg as best you can We're just going to hold it wherever that is. As long as we're getting a nice stretch, that's fine. Keep breathing, keep holding. Big stretch on the legs. And then let's slowly lower it back down, taking the arm to the inside and stretching out. Just come aligned to your backs. And we're just going to take both legs up and hold them straight up. And you can bend the knees and take the knees to the chest first before straightening them, that's fine, and lower the same way. Just make sure the head is in centre. Arms alongside the body, palms facing downwards. So we're going to lift both legs up and hold them there. So breathing in, lifting both legs up, either straight or bent legs, and then straighten them. Flatten the feet at the top, holding them there. Keep holding, keep breathing. Then pointing your toes, let's very slowly lower the legs back down to the floor. And then keeping the legs, the feet together, just breathe in now. Let's lift the head off the floor, take the hands behind the head, hold our head up so we can just look down our body at our toes. Just holding here for a moment. And then slowly lowering the head back down, taking the arms away, just rocking the head slightly. Bring the head back to centre. Last thing before relaxation, let's just bend both legs. So the legs are bent but the feet are flat on the floor. Taking the right leg now, taking the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then you're going to take your hands, both hands behind the left thigh, and just draw the left thigh in towards the chest. Just going to hold it here for a moment. You can either keep the left leg bent, or if you want to, you can straighten it. Maybe try both variations to see which gives you the best stretch or is the best for you. And if you want to increase the stretch with the left leg bent, you can take both hands to the front of the left shin. So we're just pulling it in a little bit tighter. And then slowly releasing the left leg, taking the left foot back down to the ground, uncrossing. The right foot is on the floor. Take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Taking both hands behind the right thigh, drawing the right thigh in towards the chest. Just holding here, and again, if you want to straighten the right leg, you can. Or keep it bent. If you want to increase the stretch, taking the hands to the front of the right shin and just pulling it in a little bit tighter. And then slowly releasing, taking the right foot down to the floor, and then the left foot. And then we'll just bring both knees to the chest, hugging the knees, giving ourselves a hug, massaging the back on the mat. And then we're going to go into relaxation. So just getting yourself comfy now, lying on the mat. Lying in Shavasana, so lying on your backs, having the legs out straight, unless that's going to be uncomfortable for a while, in which case the knees can come up. Otherwise, if the legs are straight, then the heels are together with the feet flopping outwards. Arms alongside the body with the palms turned upwards. Head is in centre. And just rocking the head slightly from side to side, releasing any remaining tension, and then bringing the head back to centre. And jutting the chin into the chest just to lengthen the neck a little bit more. And just bringing the focus back to the breath, slowing the breath down. Just turning your attention to the movement of the chest as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Taking your focus now to the lower lung area, so the bottom of the lungs around the abdomen. Just focusing for a moment on there. And just feeling the abdominal lower lung area expand as you breathe in. Deflate as you breathe out. Purposefully focusing on that area and noticing that area inflating and deflating as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And taking the mind to the mid-chest area, focusing on breathing directly into the middle of the chest. Focusing on the movement of the chest in the middle of the chest when you breathe in and when you breathe out. Just trying to move the breath into that mid-chest area, making the chest rise and fall in the middle as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Now taking the mind to the upper lung area, so around the collarbone, very tops of the lungs. Focusing your mind there, seeing if you can feel the breath moving in and moving out the upper lung area. Now just taking a few deep breaths, filling all of the lungs, filling from low to mid to upper, and emptying from low to mid to upper. So just breathing in and breathing out. Taking the mind to the feet, relaxing the feet. Relaxing the calves and the shins and the knees. Relaxing both thighs. Focusing on the base of the spine, relaxing the base of the spine and the hips and the pelvis. Relaxing the abdomen. Focusing on the back and relaxing the whole of the back. chest. Turning to your fingertips, relaxing your fingers and your hands and your wrists. Relaxing the lower arms and relaxing the elbows. Relaxing your upper arms and your shoulders. And now relaxing your neck and your throat. Loosening the jaw and the tongue, relaxing the mouth. Relaxing your face. Relaxing the back of the head and the top of the head. And finally relaxing across the forehead. Resting your focus on your forehead. Breathing gently. And the whole body is completely relaxed. Whole body is completely calm. And the whole body is completely still. Bringing your mind back to your breath. Take a few deep breaths, filling the lungs again, emptying the lungs, wiggling your fingers and your toes. You'll be having a little stretch and gently rolling onto your left side. Just resting your head on your left arm for a moment. Rolling onto your tummy and resting your forehead on the backs of your hands. And then when you're ready, you can push yourself up to sitting. And come to sit in a comfortable seated position, palms together at the chest, eyes closed. And when we're seated, we can just chant to end the class. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you feel relaxed, maybe a little bit stretched and energized, ready for the day, ready for the weekends. Whatever you're doing, enjoy. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you next Saturday.